Homes in Fairview, Tennessee are now selling in half the time it took just 1 year ago. If you've never seriously considered Fairview as part of your Williamson County search, this data is exactly why that's about to change. And I'm gonna walk you through every number so you know exactly what's happening. Before we get into it, if you're comparing Fairview to Brentwood or Franklin and trying to figure out which community actually fits your family, I do free community matching consultations. Link is in the bio in the description. And if you're already own a home in Fairview, this data might generally surprise you. There's a free valuation tool link there as well. Let's get into it. Fairview closed 28 homes in July, up 40% from June's 20 closing. For a market this size, that's a significant jump in activity in just 30 days. Median sales price climbed to $705 in July, up from $680 in June, a solid 3.7% month-over-month gain. Compare that to Brentwood's median dip and Franklin's more modest monthly move, and Fairview is showing the most acceleration of any of the three markets right now on a percentage basis. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Compared to July of last year, Fairview's median sale price is up 12.8% from $625 to $705, but average sales price tells an even more dramatic story. $788K this July versus $617 last July. That's a 27.7% increase in 12 months. The single biggest year-over-year jump of any of the three markets I track in this corridor. Bigger than Franklin's 22% and well ahead of Brentwood's 3.2%. That kind of appreciation doesn't happen in a market people are avoiding. It happens when a market that used to be overlooked starts getting discovered. And once that starts, it tends to build on itself. Here's the number I think matters most for anyone trying to time their move into Williamson County. Days on market. Last July, the median Fairview home took 33 days to sell. This July, just 16 days. That's cut in half in 12 months. And homes are now closing at 100% of list price on average, up from 98.18% a year ago. Think about what that combination means. Faster sales and less negotiating room. A year ago, a buyer touring a Fairview listing had some breathing room to think it over. Today, that same buyer is competing with other offers within 2 or 2.5 weeks on average. Let's look at the range. In July, Fairview homes sold from a low $265K all the way up to just under $2 million. Square footage ranged from just over 1,000 square feet to about 5,400 square feet, and a year built range from homes in 1938 to brand new 2026 construction. So like Brentwood and Franklin, there's real diversity here, not just at a different price point. That's the core of Fairview thesis. You're still inside Williamson County, still zoned for the same reputation school district, and still a reasonable commute to Nashville, but your dollar goes noticeably further. The median price per square foot in Fairview is meaningfully below Brentwood and Franklin, even after this year's run-up. That gap is exactly what's pulling buyers who've been priced out of the two bigger names. If you're a relocating buyer who's been quietly priced out of Brentwood or Franklin, Fairview has become the answer to the question I hear constantly. How do we get into Williamson County without a 7-figure price tag? You're still getting the county advantage, proximity to Nashville, the school district reputation, more land per dollar, but the window to get in at today's prices is narrowing in real time. A market that's cut its days on market in half in a single year isn't hidden gem much longer. If Fairview is on your radar at all, I'd encourage you to treat it with the same urgency as the bigger name markets, not as a backup plan. The buyers who are winning here right now are the ones who are pre-approved, clear on their priorities, and ready to move within days of a new listing hitting the market. The same playbook you'd use in Brentwood, just at a friendlier price point. If you own a home in Fairview right now and you are in one of the strongest seller positions anywhere in this corridor, full list price on average in about 2 weeks, 28% average price growth in 1 year. And unlike Franklin, you're not fighting the same volume of brand new construction competing directly against your listing. If you've been sitting on the fence about listing, maybe waiting for someday or assuming Fairview wouldn't attract the same kind of demand as the bigger markets, this data says the demand is here right now, and it's some of the strongest in the entire county on a percentage basis. For those of you thinking about downsizing and using this as a launch pad into your next chapter, this is generally one of the best windows to do it that Fairview has seen. So Here's the bottom line on Fairview. This is no longer the quiet, overlooked corner of Williamson County. It's the fastest accelerating market in the corridor with the biggest year-over-year price gains and days on market cut in half. If Fairview might be the right fit for your move, are you ready to sell and capture this demand? Click the link below for a free consultation. Compare this to the Brentwood and Franklin numbers in the videos linked here as well to see how the whole corridor stacks up this month. And subscribe. I break down all three of these markets every single month, and I will see you in the next one.